Billy, what's going on?
Hey, how we doing, Sam?
Good, good. Super excited to have you on here. So, some of Billy's background kind of previously worked in investor relations and has made a big pivot that I think a lot of people are making right now too, in terms of going out and buying businesses. So, want to give us some background on yourself and what you've been up to as well?
Yeah, I used to be a financial advisor years ago. Got my Series 766, and that's kind of how this all started. Basically, when you're talking about raising capital, you're that kind of sets the foundation of like starting those conversations with a lot of people. Um, Kind of transitioned into getting into real estate back in 2016. I bought my first duplex, kind of did the bigger pockets kind of scheme where they tell you to buy
Sure.
a duplex, live in one side, rent out the other. And then I kept buying them and kept buying them. And then a few years later, I got a divorce. And actually, that divorce changed my perspective on a lot of things because I lost everything. And I had to restart a second time in my life from nothing and got more into commercial real estate then. Realized that houses, there are only so much money you can make on a one house. But
Sure.
when you look at commercial real estate, it's based on how much more you can more perform it, which you understand when commercial real estate is the better you can make a property, the more money you make. So it's kind of like a business at that point. Did that, partnered with a few other people on raising capital, buying with Ingram Capital, and realized last year, actually 2024, there's a trend going on just in my own personal network of people coming to me telling me that they wanted to sell their business. And that's when, you hear about all these people on social media about, go after buying businesses where it at. But I guess I was afraid to because I guess I had never really bought a business and ran it and never been in that industry before. So last year I bought an HVAC business and I never, I'm not an HVAC technician one bit. But I realized when you buy the business, there are things that technicians are really good at. Like the owner of this business, he was a technician for 50 years, but he wasn't really good at growing the business. And kind of my goals of what they are is just expanding that and optimizing it. Now, I'm not saying I'm an expert by any means, but when you get into commercial real estate, it's the same thing about buying a property. You try and streamline things. So it's the same thing about buying a business. You just try and streamline things and expand it. And that's kind of how the business kind of grows.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense, right? Because like what we've seen too on our end, right? We buy paving companies right now as well, and what we found is something similar, where you have people who own these companies that have made a great living, right? They're great at being a technician, they're great at paving, and for them, like they've never really had to go learn how to be a true business owner, right? They are just someone who has done the job, they've grown organically a bit, and they have a good sale business for themselves. But for them, they've never really had to go put in the right systems or process or in their mind, they may be at a place in life too where they're happy with how things are. And for them, they view growth as way more headaches coming down the road. Whereas someone who has more of the operational marketing sales side of the house can say, hey, this is a great opportunity, right? Company is run well, they deliver a quality product. Now I can go put in those, infrastructure type things that I know operationally on how to go grow it.
Exactly. You mentioned one thing that kind of stands out is they probably know how, like the business owner we bought this HVAC, he was just tired, like because he
Yeah.
knew what he needed to do. He was just tired. He's just like, I don't want to put all that work into it. So that's what made it easy for me because I'm like, well, I'll do all the work, and all you have to do is just make a check. And he just ate on that, and that's what I'm finding. Like there's a lot of business owners that are between 60 and 70 that are just tired. They're family members. Like, so their family members don't even want to take over the business because it's exhausting or they don't know how or what to do. And the business that I bought, his son is in the HVAC industry and he didn't want to buy it.
So walk me through what that process was like, right? One, how you found the deal, two, financing it, and then three, like what that process was like in going through the negotiations and now kind of taking it over as well.
Yes. So in October of 2020, was it 2025, 2023? So it took a year to get this deal closed. I knew the family members of this business. This business has actually been part, like my aunt used to work for this business 15 years ago. She worked there for 15 years. So I knew this company growing up. So that was easy for me to know. But I remember talking with the owners one day, and they told me that they were looking to sell their business. They just didn't know who to sell it to or even know where to start. And that is one of the biggest things I'm finding is people don't know even know who to contact on how to sell a business, which is good if you're trying to do owner financing and keep brokers out of it. But again, there is a need there for brokers to find these people and help them because they didn't know who to even contact or evaluate their business. But they let me know then that they were wanting to sell their business. So we met probably 8 or 9 times over a 12-month span negotiating this deal. I structured it as an owner finance deal where I put 50,000 down at closing, and they were going to basically over the next 10 years, I would pay them 25% of the profits of the business until it's paid off. Basically, meaning they were going to help me buy their business because the business was already cash flowing. So all I have to do is, if I didn't do anything, I was going to maintain the numbers that they had and I was going to pay it off in 10 years. But we're already in the next 4 months, we're at a 25% increase. So we're doing better. So it
And
was
that's
very, very nice to structure it that way.
And that's something really important too, is that most people at times they hear, "Hey, go buy a company." They think you need hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars to do so, and you bought it with 50K down,
Hmm.
right? And you structured it in a scenario where it was a clear win-win, right? He had a company that he was tired, he didn't want to operate it anymore. It was a profitable company from day one, and he even had a son in the industry that didn't want to go take the company, right? So I think people at times have this preconceived notion where they believe that everyone wants to buy these companies, that they're really easy to go transact on, and there's so much opportunity because there's so many different people looking to go retire and move on. I think for you, you found an awesome person, awesome structure, and a great opportunity that you constructed as a win-win for you too.
Yeah. And one of the things that when this deal kind of went through is finding what they want. Because he just what he wanted was he didn't care about a big down payment. He didn't care about a big check. He cared about he wanted to trust someone to take over the business. And he's actually staying on for 2 years. Like he actually wanted to do that. He said, "Hey, I want to stay on for 2 years." And I said, "Great, awesome, keep you on for 2 years." I'm just handling more of the things that he hated handling. Doesn't like dealing with a lot of the confrontations with running a business. Took that away from him. He hated it. He's a very um, quiet guy, but he's so knowledgeable in actually being a tech that that's what he wanted to do is manage the techs, manage the deal. So finding out what they want now, because it owner financing doesn't work for everyone. Some people just want a big fat check and to leave. Again, you got to find out what they want, and you had to build trust with him because it took me a year for him to finally sign it over to me because he wanted to know someone that could run the business, which he's seen everything I've done up until this point. That's what kind of built the trust.
Sure.
Me doing exactly what I'm going to do for the next 12 months, just negotiating. I did everything that I told him I was going to do and figuring out what he wanted. Because it doesn't matter what I want. I wanted the company for free. Didn't matter. But knowing what he wanted, how he wanted it structured, and to make him happy, that's how they're going to sell their business.
Yeah, and it's important too, right? So if really understanding just how someone wants to go transact is super important. It's also, I think, a point people miss at times too. It's a far more emotional sale than buying a piece of real estate, right? A piece of real estate, we've all owned it, and on your end, right? Unless like the maybe the house you grew up in, right? But if you're looking at it business wise, it's a transaction, right? You find someone to go buy it, take the highest price, most likelihood of transacting, you sell to them. In a business, like likely his name was tied to the company in terms of people knew it was his in the local area. His name may have been on the door, right, of the company itself, and for them, that's a really personal transaction, ensuring that someone like yourself can go manage it the right way and uphold their reputation too.
Oh yeah. So this business has actually been around for 55 years. Started in 1970. His father-in-law, so his wife, her dad started the company, and he bought it from him in 1984. So he's had it since 1984, and then I bought it. So he had it for 40 years. Was that 94? Oh, is that
Yeah,
30 years? Yeah. He had it for a good long time, and so it was hard for him. I felt like it was harder for him. And he said, "Yeah, my father-in-law, he was right. He's ready to get rid of it and send it to me, but it was hard for him because he felt like it was his because he'd been there since 1970. Because him and Sheila." they had been together since then. So it was very, very hard, and you don't see those things until you realize it. Like, cause like me, if I ever want to sell, like I have a property that I've owned for a very long time. It's my first property, that duplex. Never sold it, and it's like one of these days I'm gonna have to sell that, and it's like, it was my first thing in real estate that I ever had. So it's like getting rid of that's really hard.
Sure. Yeah, and so now that you've taken over the company, right, you've grown sales so far by 25% in just a few months. Like, what was that process like in takeover? Because I think people may have questions or concerns saying, "Hey, if I go buy this, what do I go do?" Right? Like, help us kind of understand what those first things that you did were, and kind of what your plans are going forward as it relates to stabilizing, growing it, right? Potentially moving yourself out of the business as well.
Yes. So when I bought this business, this is a lot of things that you don't realize. So the previous owner did not tell the current employees that it was being sold until the week of it being sold. So there was no heads up on that end. So that was something to overcome because they were kind of scared because when a business sells, everyone's wondering, which I'm realizing this, is my job intact? What's going to happen? They're worried about all these things, and he didn't give them a heads up on any of this happening until it was 2 days before we closed. So it
Yeah.
was the day that I walked in there to meet them is when they found out that it was getting sold. So that was also a fun time. So when it sold, what I did, it was sold on a Tuesday. My first day was a Wednesday. Wednesday and Thursday and Friday, I wanted to understand the people in my business. Who I want to who fits in my vision of how this company is going to grow. And you find out very quickly who's the cancers in a place and who isn't. When you that's what I did. I tried to find if there was any cancers in this business, and I did. So by in the first week, I had to let go of some people. Not everyone enjoys doing that, but it had to be done. Then I also tried to look and see if things, because you don't find out everything before you're buying a business. You never do. But within the first, probably couple weeks, you start finding out more things um, about it. Like insurance wise, there's things about insurance you don't realize. You do see the previous year's, taxes and everything, but there's things on there that are that don't show up. It's just because CPAs try and hide things, and you just can't find them out until you're in there and you see it all. Those are things that I've learned about. Also, there's I don't know if anyone's ever really talked about this, but there's two ways to buy a business. Basically, what we did was we set up our own LLC and bought the name, the um, equipment, everything with that, but we had to have our own LLC. The other way is to buy, I could have bought their LLC that's been established since 1984. And if I would have done that, that relationships with all the brokers, the vendors, and everything is a lot more established. But also with that, you carry the risk that if they did a job that messed up or anything like that, you are held liable for that. So the struggle that I've had to deal with is I bought a business that's been around since 1970. The vendors and all the money's still rolling in, but my vendors see my LLC that's only been around for 5 months. So it's been a very big struggle because you can't get the lines of credit. You can't get at what the business has been around since 1970, the previous patent. I can't get the same things that they are getting. So I've had to maneuver everything with this business because of the infancy of my LLC, which is it's quite frustrating to me. Even though I bought their name, I bought everything. It doesn't matter, and that's probably been the biggest struggle that I didn't realize was going to happen was with the vendors that I took over because I had to set up brand new accounts with them. And when you're a brand new account, they look at you as if you're a baby, even though the name of your company has been around since 1970, and you're doing over $1 million in revenue every single year. They don't care.
Yeah, it's an interesting debate as to how to go structure it, right? So there are definitely ways to go protect yourself too by taking over an old LLC, right? Whether it be through an earnout structure, whether it be through a seller carry of some kind, which you already have in place too, right? To go help protect yourself and give you that kind of escrowed buffer room in doing so. Yeah, it's definitely a good point, right? Either one, you're taking on the liability, but you're also getting the lines of credit that you have access to as well, or two, you're starting from scratch, which you're realizing here too. So going forward, which route would you go, kind of knowing what you know now?
I think it'd have to be a deal by deal basis, because again, I couldn't buy the LLC. 2 months before we were closing, the previous owner's tax CPA didn't do their taxes correctly. So if I would have bought their LLC, they would have had to have paid a few $100,000 back to the government, because they didn't do their taxes correctly. Which comes back to find a very good CPA that does your taxes, because a situation like this almost ruined the deal, because they almost realized that they can't sell because they couldn't sell their LLC. Which then I proposed, why not just buy the equipment, the name and everything, structure the deal the exact same way. I'm just not going to buy your LLC. So that was something I've learned. Always find out if the previous owner can sell that LLC and if there's going to be consequences to them. Um, and if they can't, structure it the second way that I told you. But if I had to look back and if I could have bought their LLC with no taxes, I would have done that, because
Yeah.
then I would have had all the vendors and everything. But again, was out of my control, so I had to set up my own. So if I had to go back and if I could have bought their LLC, I would have done that.
And so, right, the company is now growing, right? You can look at the next year going forward. What should the actual profit of the company be? Back of the napkin.
So that's a good question. If I stay in one location, it's going to be different. But my goals this year is to buy three more HVAC businesses, because I want it to grow by acquisition. So I'm looking to purchase more. So if I stayed in my one location, I see revenue at least going to do a 2.3, compared to what it was last year. But
2.3
if I,
million.
yeah,
And then what do you make on that?
revenue will do bottom line behind everything. It'll probably be close to about 400,000 after everything. So after my
So
salary, after everything.
got it. Okay, so you're also like taking a salary too.
Yeah, I do take a salary. It's the only thing I ever show that I ever take a salary on is this business.
Got it. And then if you don't, no, don't mind me asking, what kind of salary do you take on it?
48,000.
Okay, so if you're gonna run the numbers in that too, right? So of the $400,000, 25% goes to the previous owner, right? So in your end, you basically bought into a deal for 50K that going forward you should make 350 this year on that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there's very few scenarios in real estate you can go make 7x on your money in the first year with a business that can be sustainable too, right? And going forward, if you have to go hire yourself out, what do you think it would cost to go hire yourself out once you stabilize things too? If you have to go bring in an operator or general manager to go take on your role.
So for full transparency, I don't do anything in the business. I take a salary, but I don't do anything. I already have a guy that runs it for me. So if I had to replace myself, I feel like I already did. Within 2 months, I had a guy that I was kind of getting in. He actually was in the construction business. The only thing he didn't understand was HVAC, but he's picked it up so fast that
That's awesome.
I've already replaced myself, to be honest with you. So what I try and do now is do the acquisition. So I'm out there trying to get more businesses out there, so that's how I grow this. So really, um, it's beautiful. I mean, I basically bought a $48,000 salary that I don't do anything for, and then at the end of the year, so my plan is never to touch that money. I want to use that money to buy more of them, because I live very, very minimal. But in 5 years, I want to bundle these all up and sell them to, maybe you, Sam. When you have a fund set up, you can just buy all of them for me, and then I can just, go find something else.
But yeah, I mean it's awesome. Like one, the strategy you have is great, right? Because in these businesses, the multiple the companies are worth expands the more scale you get, right? So it's awesome. You can go reinvest those profits in the company right back into it, which is great. I think second too, like if you take a step back and look at this, right, you can go earn yourself roughly a VP level of like a corporate role, like a high end like vice president type role compensation that you bought for 50K and put probably a few months into stabilizing, and now don't really work in business much more at all, right? So like I think that's the impact that people don't see enough in this space is that 50K down, right? You don't need millions of dollars to go do it, and you now bought yourself a legit vice president type compensation package that you can go run indefinitely, right? And go work to grow and go repurpose those dollars to go scale, which is an awesome strategy. Especially too, if you are able to go buy companies where you go take that LLC over and have lines of credit, you can use those lines of credit to go buy more companies as well. So it's an awesome snowball that you're working on right now too.
Yeah, and the hardest thing is it takes a lot long. Like, so I didn't think it was going to take as long as I thought. I guess to get to this point, but just time, because I know in 2 years, like that's when everyone keeps telling me is when I can get the lines of credit and everything, or even a year between some banks. So I realize like where I'm at now, and just think in 8 months when that year hits, and I can show what we've done. Lines of credit are opening up, and then that's when I'll be able to acquire way more than what I can now, which that's what I'm waiting for right now. I'm getting everything, all my ducks in a row for it. So, and I've
For sure.
also, like when I bought this business, it was just an HVAC. I added plumbing, electrical, and duct sealing, commercial duct sealing to the business. And like those are just adding more and more to it.
Yeah, it's really smart, right? Because if you look at what Billy's doing, he has one line of business. He has one set of customers. He needs to go, okay, these customers need these three other things, right? Let's go provide those same customers different services that we can go either build or buy really quickly. So it's one of the biggest no brainers in business. If you have customers and distribution for it, go bring them other things. You buy it, build it, affiliate, right? And go bring it all under one roof that you can go have that same level of customer acquisition across the entire board.
Mm-hmm. So that's it. All I guess I would agree significantly with all that. I know I'm wearing this hat because I wanted to talk about the other business that I did not acquire, but I started it.
Yeah, let's do it.
And the difference between starting and buying, or her starting's a lot harder because you have none of that money and everything. But I started Lion Lava because I'm in commercial real estate. I run a very large commercial networking group up in Kansas City. So this ties into me buying the business for the different things I struggled with. Because when you buy a business that's already established, you have different struggles when you start a business and have no money coming in the door. Um, but I started this business, and I realized very quickly that my network is it's okay size, but I knew the partners that I need to partner with need to have bigger relationships than I had, because I didn't need their knowledge for how to do the job, because I learned how to do that. But the biggest advice that I can give people when they start their own business is to partner with people that have a big something that you don't have. And I needed someone with a bigger network, so I partnered with a guy who had way more bigger, like I would say probably 10 times the network that I had. And his network has been funneling business into Line Lava. So Line Lava, I started it in June of last year, and we are already, we just started last week. I started getting bids rolling in and everything. I think we'll do over $500,000 just this year. Nothing special, nothing crazy. I'm just marketing Line Lava, getting it out there. That's what's getting the name out there. But there's such a need for parking lot maintenance. You do paving, so you understand it. There's such a need out there for parking lot maintenance, and the margins are so high that that's why I just went and started this company, and realized that most of the people in this industry are old guys who have been doing it for a very long time that don't do marketing, but yet they are making so much money. It's not even funny.
You're so right. Like the first company we acquired in the paving space was doing $12 million a year for 30 years with no website, right? Like it's wild when you think of it. And if you're looking at going to acquire a company too, and or you're looking to go start a company in industry, and you see that the company itself has no sales or marketing infrastructure, and they're still doing really well, that's an awesome opportunity for you to go do those things, right? If you see a company that has all these things built out, you may know that hey, they're probably operating pretty close to what their potential is. But if you find something that just doesn't have infrastructure, doesn't have marketing, doesn't have a sales function, doesn't have a go to market function, all that's opportunity for you to go bring that in house, right? And do it the right way. So it's awesome hearing the path you've taken to go do so.
Yeah, I mean, if I had to do it over again, I would find a company that I could buy that did this by any means. But I always just hear people saying, don't start it. Like my uncle's a CPA, and he told me years ago that don't start a business, buy a business. And that's the first thing I did was I've started a bunch of businesses. I failed at a bunch of them, but I've actually been successful at the other bunch. So I see both realms of starting and buying a business, but not everyone basically understands how to go out and find a business. So if you can't find it, start it, build your network, and go out and buy a business once you can. One thing I tell a lot of college kids and high school kids, people want to know how I find the deals that I find, because I do find they just get brought to me. One thing that I tell them is my secret is I just tell everyone that I meet what I'm looking for. And I learned this when I was in high school and college. Whenever a job was posted, or if I was looking for a job, or if I'd lost a job, or I was anything like that, I had family members and friends always share that someone was hiring. McDonald's is hiring. There's a factory hiring. Like I remember that to this day, and that's what kind of realized. Like I was telling so many people I was looking for a job. So I just switched that 2 years ago to telling everyone I'm looking for this. I'm looking for a 32 unit apartment complex or a 64 unit, or I'm looking for this kind of business. And it seems like every week I'm getting them sent to me because I have so many people that are looking at them for me. So that's when I realized the secret is just telling people exactly what you're looking for, and they're going to send it to you. And
Dude, it's
then,
so
oh, go ahead.
no, 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 go for it, go for it.
Well, I was going to say the next thing I always tell people, because I always say, well, what if I get this apartment that I can't buy? And I was like, so you found it, right? Start telling everyone what you found, and they will help you buy it.
Yeah, it's so spot on, right? Like when you look at both sides of it, right? If people don't know who you need to talk to, what you need to go find, right? There's no way they can go help you. And alternatively, too, if you find something of value, right? If you find a good company to go buy, if you find a good deal in real estate, if you would tell people you have that deal, they'll cut you in, they'll give you a fee in some way, right? They'll make it worth your while if what you found is actually solid, right? So there's always different ways to go build partnership structures, to go get referrals, right? To go get introductions. So the biggest thing you're nailing it is like if people know what you're doing, they can then go help you do that, or they can go be involved in some way, or they can go find benefit in some work that they've done as well.
Oh, and people love it. Like they feel rewarded if you buy it, if you get it done, they feel like they helped in that, and that gives them satisfaction. That's why like I'm really good at doing introductions. I have a buddy that does like 5 introductions a day. Like he's like the best at networking I've ever met in my life. But he's taught me that he doesn't look at as an introduction or just giving away something as like it's hurting him. He thinks that every introduction that he gives is a Christmas gift, because basically when you give a Christmas gift, you get so excited for that person to open it. That's how he looks at introductions about trying to help someone. It's basically he's giving them a Christmas gift every day, and that's how I started looking at things. Like if you can just give someone an introduction instead of like it doesn't have to be monetary. It can be something that helps them grow their business, their network, or anything like that. It's very rewarding. Even to me now, I'm realizing that it's actually very, very, very rewarding.
Dude, I love it. Super excited for you. I think it's a really cool path too, and I just think it's a great example of right find the right opportunity, being patient as to the structure of the deal, right? Like taking a year is a long time, and managing it the right way, building a relationship, building trust, giving the owner confidence that you're going to carry on his business of 40 years the right way and do right by him. And then really digging deep is understanding the outcome that the owner needed to go make it a win-win, right? And now growing the business, adding new business lines, looking to go scale, right? I think it's just really important to highlight, right? By paying 50K for eventually 350K a year is an awesome path. And most people work 20 years in corporate to get up that level if they ever do. So that you can do it in, a year of transacting and a few months of stabilization is just an awesome story.
Oh yes, I mean the first time I ever heard Alex Hermosi speak on what he does, because he doesn't invest in commercial. Well, I say that he might invest in commercial real estate now, but he used to not. He only invested in businesses, which that's why he has his acquisitions.com. So that just hearing what he was doing, I realized if he's doing it and he's really successful at it, might as well take a look at it. And I probably got to say that Alex Ramosi is probably one of the biggest reasons why I switched over to businesses, just because I follow him. I love what he does. Um, he's about my age, so he makes me want to compete because I realize how, he's only like a year older than me, and I'm way back here and he's way up there.
There you go. Well, Billy, thanks for coming on. Super helpful.
Hey, I appreciate it, bud. Good seeing you, Sam.
Yeah, you too. I'll talk to you soon.